Hi, I'm Linda-Louise and welcome to Drama at Home. Well, today I thought we'd discover the joys and fun of doing a radio play. Now, when I was a child, we didn't have television and we had radio, so we would sit around as a family and listen to some lovely radio plays and series, and one of those that inspired me was a series called The Creaking Door. So many years later, I wrote The Squeaking Door just for my pupils to play around with and also learn how they could do a radio play. And this would be ideal for you to do at home. Hopefully, in your home in this lockdown time, you have one or two people in the house with you that might also become involved, because it obviously makes it a lot easier if you've got somebody doing sound effects, somebody doing the radio play, the different voices. But for today, we'll try it as a one-man or one-woman show. Now, they would normally have a central mic hanging, and there would be several actors around. And what they would do is they would all read, obviously, their script, and then it would be a carpeted floor, and they would drop the pages together at the end of that page. So they would float down to the carpet and not make a noise. You can have great fun getting all sorts of sound effects together. Go and raid all around the house and see what you can find. Because for this one, we are going to need somebody running in gravel outside the squeaking door. And for this, obviously a pair of boots, and I didn't have gravel, so I have got cat litter. And we would create that sound. We also need the sound of thunder. I'm sure everybody's got a laminated piece of post or something like that somewhere around the house, and the thunder. So that one can work like that. Obviously we have cutlery. We can make tinny sounds. I've got a piece of old chain for when she locks the doors. There's an old-fashioned telephone. Now, normally those old-fashioned telephone from 1912 would be a horn type thing that they would speak into, and it was quite tinny. Police, police, police. You can even use the inner of a toilet roll. Police, police, police. So get inventive and see what you can find around the house. There's a lady who comes running down the stairs, carpeted stairs, and so we can do it that way or do it that way. And then there is a baddie who gets beaten up. I'm sure you've got a stick lying around somewhere and a pillow. So those sort of things, lots of fun to be had. So rope in some of your family members, and why don't you create the squeaking door? Good evening and welcome to the squeaking door. Once more we take you through the theatre of the mind. So sit back, journey with us, and keep your wits about you. It was a dark and stormy night. The year was 1916. Isabel and Marianne were enjoying a relaxing meal in the comfort of their own home in rural England. Isabel worked hard at her writing to support her younger sister. Their brother Nigel had to leave to join the forces. It was a worrying time for all concerned. Marianne, my sweetheart, tomorrow I must leave for London. I shall be gone a few days, but I don't like to leave you alone. But it is an important meeting that could well determine our future. Da-da-da-da. Oh, Isabel, I know how important it is to you. I will be fine. I'm not afraid to be alone. What Isabel and Marianne had not noticed was the face pressed against the window, a face not unlike that of an escaped convict, hungry for revenge. Well, little one, it is early to bed for me, as I must leave at first light. I will be there shortly, Isabel. Sleep well. Isabel left the room, leaving Marianne to clear the table and blow out the candles. As she lifted her lantern to move towards the steps, she heard a strange noise. It was the squeaking door. Who's there? Is someone there? "Sesame!" In the shadows, Mary Ann could make out the leering face of the man who stood before her. He lurched forward. "Ah!" Isabel rose quickly and ran down the stairs. The man had Mary Ann by the throat and was squeezing the very life out of her. Isabel swiftly struck him with a walking stick as Mary Ann too lashed out. After several blows, the man ran hastily through the squeaking door. "Oh, thank you, Isabel. I have never been so frightened in all my life." "That'll be the end of him. I will inform the police straight away." "Police! Police! Police! Police!" Isabel and Mary Ann huddled together for the rest of the night, and it was with a strange sense of foreboding that she bade her farewell the next morning. "Goodbye, my sweet. Take care. I shall be fine. The police were quite sure they had caught him." "If I was not convinced by Sergeant Hawkins, I would not be leaving you now, little one." "I know. Go now. Achieve all that you have to. I love you. Thank you for taking care of me." "Goodbye. I love you too." Isabel left by carriage. As Mary Ann waved a fond farewell, it was with a little caution that she latched each of the windows and the door behind her. She settled down in her rocker to complete her embroidery. Time passed uneventfully until sunset. As the last rays of the sun lowered beneath the horizon, Mary Ann became aware of an increasing sense of not being alone. Tune in tomorrow for the final episode of The Squeaking Door. And so the challenge now is for you to write your own radio play. I'm sure you have all sorts of ideas in mind, or you can create your own squeaking door or a sequel to this squeaking door. I've written one. Can you write one? I'm sure you can. I'd love to see your radio plays.